We are previewing Week 6 in the NFL here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we are talking right now with Jeff Cadillac from JeffCadillac.com, who's going to discuss the Philly-Tampa Bay game. And Jeff doesn't have a good record in his videos with us this year, but he tells me he's over 500, nicely over 500 at his site. Jeff, thanks for being back with us this week.
Thank you for having me, Peter.
All right, before we get into Philly-Tampa Bay, tough game here, tough line. Plug your site, JeffCadillac.com, for a bit.
Well, JeffCadillac.com. I preview all the NFL games every week. It's free, and I am over 500 every week of the year so far.
So to all your haters who have labeled you an auto fade just because of the small sample size this year, what do you say to them?
I say, hey, look, I analyze the games. I don't play them. And, some games you're going to, I only go by what I analyze. And if I see something going a certain way, that's the way it goes. I mean, I don't control the outcome of the game. But every year so far, I'm 500 and better every week so far this year.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's see what you have to say about Philly-Tampa. Now, this is a tough one. This is not one of the games that you requested for me. This is a game that you had to take because other people took the games you requested. And this is a tough one, right? Tampa Bay, a home underdog, 1 point. Total is 46. And both these teams having issues at quarterback. Glennon is going to be the starter for Tampa Bay here. And, he has some things to recommend, but he has questionable mobility. Probably going to be a conservative game plan for Tampa Bay. And Philly, Nick Foles is going to be starting at quarterback, and, the high-powered, up-tempo offense definitely takes a step back when he's in there as opposed to Vic. So, I'm looking at this. Tampa Bay does have, they've got Joseph and Nix playing into football shape. When those guys are in top form, they're probably going to have a good offensive line, but how are they going to be for this game? Not exactly clear. Tampa Bay does, Revis is great, having him in the secondary. They have a rejuvenated pass rush, which is awesome. This is a tough game. Which way are you leaning, Jeff?
I'll tell you, if Michael Vick was playing for the Eagles, I probably would pick the Eagles for this game. Right. But because Nick Foles is going to be starting instead of Vick, he's a very predictable quarterback. He is good, but he's also playing Tampa Bay. Even though they don't score a lot, they don't give up a lot. So it's going to be a very tight scoring game. I see this game coming down to possibly a field goal or less because Tampa Bay, in 3 of their 4 games, which unfortunately, they lost all 4 games. In 3 of those games, they lost by 3 points or less. And, for them, their defense, you got Revis on one side, you got Goldshine on another. They're great against the run. They do have that rookie quarterback, Mike Glennon, in now. Freeman signed with Minnesota. He was released. But Philadelphia, different quarterback, different situation. There's not going to be too much play-action pass with him when you got, Jackson on one side and Jackson on the other. And McCoy. And so, it's going to be a predictable offense, and Tampa Bay is going to play into that because Foles obviously is not as mobile as, Vic. But the offense, they need a balanced attack here for Tampa Bay. You're gonna see Doug Martin running the ball a lot. Hopefully he's not banged up because, Tampa Bay did just come off a bye. Tampa Bay's got a very good defense. So I see it as a very close game, and I also see it very low scoring.
All right, well, that might be an accurate analysis. It doesn't really translate into a line value at the current lines. I mean, the line is a near pick'em line, Tampa Bay +1 at home, and the total is pretty low, especially for an Eagles game. I mean, they're going to run some sort of another up-tempo offense again. So 46, in light of that, is a pretty low total. So if you had to make a pick on these lines, which way would you go?
I would take the under, and I would definitely. I'm looking at Tampa Bay as the home team here. Philadelphia's defense, they can't stop anybody. I mean, who did they beat so far? The Giants last week, and they beat a wounded Washington week 1, against RG3. But they've also lost to San Diego, Kansas City, and they got blown out by Denver. So, and Tampa Bay's defense is 15th. They have a 15th rated pass defense. They got a number 9 rush defense. I think Tampa Bay is going to have an interception or 2, or maybe a fumble recovery. That's going to be the difference in the game, and I see Tampa Bay winning. I would take the +1. It's basically a pick-em, but I see Tampa Bay winning this game over Philly, getting their first win of the year.
Well, this game's going to be a complete pass for me for sure, but what are your official picks on this game?
I like Tampa Bay here, +1. That's my pick on this game.
Okay, Jeff Cadillac from JeffCadillac.com taking Tampa Bay +1 with Glennon at quarterback. Thanks, Jeff.